Hi guys, I'm Dr. Professor.
And I'm Sir Captain.
And today with us we have Melanimal. She's going to be joining us with our nerdy, cheesy review over the movie Labyrinth. Now this movie was made in the 1980s and it's actually a film that I grew up on as well, just like a lot of other cheesy movies that we've done. And it is absolutely cheesy. It is wonderful. The main villain is played by David Bowie. I feel like that that in itself says it all. It's also a musical, and it's also mostly casted with puppets. Now, if that doesn't paint like a beautiful picture for you, I don't know what will. Now, on this segment, we usually ask each other a couple questions about the film that we just watched, and then we just kind of answer them honestly. So I'm going to start off, and I'm going to ask you guys, obviously besides David Bowie, because he was fantastic, who was y'all's favorite character? And we'll go ahead and start with Melanimal.
I think Ambrosius was my favorite character. Just the fact that they got the dog to like run with the puppet on top of him, it was kind of hilarious. So I really enjoyed that.
I really think that dog was terrified the whole time.
They probably just strapped a puppet to it, and they're just, okay, now we're going to chase it around. They're like, just get the camera, we'll follow it.
I guess that was before PETA was like really hardcore. I mean, if you were to do something like that nowadays, where you strap a inanimate object on a dog and have it run around, PETA would be like, oh no.
With a camera. This is for the movie, it's okay.
Oh man.
Alright, Sir Captain, what about you?
There's a lot of characters I liked. I liked I didn't like the main actress. She was really annoying, but her companions their names were really interesting, so I don't have them all memorized. But I liked the guy who rode on Ambrosius. Was he a fox?
I think so, Sir Didymus. He was some kind of, I don't know, cat-like creature,
yeah.
dog-like creature, something. It was probably a fox. I feel like it was a fox.
Not only was he cute, but he was deadly, and I really liked that. He's very feisty and just like, oh, you want to fight? I'll fight you. And he's a decent fighter, you know, but he's just real feisty, and it's just funny because he's so small, but he's like fiery, and plus he reminds me of Rocket Raccoon for the up-and-coming Guardians of the Galaxy, which I think he's a really cool character from the comic books, and he's going to look great in the movie, I'm sure.
Right.
And so I really liked him. I thought he was cool, that he was clever, and he was just really fun to watch.
He just had a lot of character. He brought a lot of vibrant color to the movie while all the other characters was kind of dull.
Absolutely.
All right, Melanimal, we'll go with your question next.
My question is, what was your favorite song scene?
Okay. You want to go ahead and go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I liked the one with the Wild Things. Well,
yeah, they don't really have a name. I think they're just known as the Wild Gang.
Yeah, the guys who are taking their heads off and like removing their hands. They looked like they were tweaking out on meth pretty much. So that's a big reason why I liked it. In fact, every character looked like they were on meth in this movie. I think they should show this movie in schools to help, you know, have drug awareness and prevent kids from doing drugs. Because I know after I watched that in high school, I was like, well, I'm never ever trying meth ever. That's for sure. So I crossed that off my list of to do drugs, but not really, because drugs are bad. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do it.
But that scene was it was creepy. It freaked me out, and but it was entertaining because they were so zany and just weird. So I liked that. I thought it was entertaining.
Right. Speaking of being on illegal drugs, I really like the part where she eats the peach, and then they go into this really weird, I guess, love song between David Bowie and this 15-year-old teenage girl, which is, you know, awkward enough in itself. But then the whole scene is set in this ballroom with people in masks, and I'm just like, this is very, very creepy on like a Eyes Wide Shut kind of level, and that's just horrifying in itself. And so to have this 15-year-old girl in a magical land being seduced by David Bowie in tights while he's singing about his love for her, it's just kind of like, someone slipped something in my drink before I watched this movie. This is like a whole different level of bizarre and stuff like that. So, like, I loved that song though, because I'm just like, this is like captivating in its weirdness. I think it was really funny to watch.
Absolutely.
Alright, so Captain, what is your question?
Okay, so what did y'all think of the overall story? And since it is a cheesy movie, therefore it's not very good, what do you think could have been done to make the story flow better together?
You want to go ahead and start with that one?
All I have to comment on this one is that it was basically just a giant acid trip, and that is my only response to this movie whatsoever.
So if they were to not put everyone on drugs while filming, it would have improved the quality of the movie.
Basically, the storyline is girl takes acid, and we watch her trip. That's...
Alright, so any kids watching this, don't do drugs.
Seriously.
They're bad.
There's monsters that'll try to take off your head and things like that in acid trips.
We don't know from experience, but we're just assuming.
We watched Labyrinth, we know.
We watched Labyrinth, Troll 2, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
These are dangerous things to do.
Drugs are bad.
Okay, drugs are really bad. I think I grew up on this. I think the first time I saw it was I was like 4 or 5, so I was like,
oh my God,
really interested in it. Like, it was actually really cool to me. Now watching it, I'm like, oh my God, everything is puppets. It's freaking amazing. I think what they could have done to make it a little bit better was probably replace the actors, and by the actors I specifically just mean the main character Sarah, which is funny because everybody will be like, oh, David Bowie was so stupid in this part, but I loved him in this movie. He's a terrible, terrible actor, and he's mediocre as a singer, but I thought he played that part so well. It was very kind of creepy, like, I don't know, 80s rock feel to it. I don't know how they could have made it better, to be honest. I love this movie, I'm not gonna lie. So that's my answer.
Okay.
Like, I got nothing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was an entertaining movie overall. Very cheesy. Like everyone said, David Bowie, the actress, the characters, just all very zany, just very hallucinogenic kind of movie. But I liked it. It was entertaining, and overall, the score we would give it is an 8. So it's pretty cheesy, but the entertainment value is pretty great. I know Dr. Professor's watched this multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably my second. It's my second time viewing it. So I wouldn't say it's a movie you want to watch multiple times. It was kind of dragging me down the second time because I remember when I was in high school back in the day watching it. But overall, it was entertaining. It was fun, very cheesy, and that's our cheesy review over The Labyrinth. We hope you enjoyed it, and also stay nerdy.